19. Un choix difficile. Okay, so we're going to spend some time doing the dialogue. And you guys are going to do the dialogue. We're on page 276. Levez les mains. Make sure your hands are raised, please. We are doing, it's called Un choix difficile. I'll read the beginning paragraph, and then we're going to, I'm going to assign you guys to read the dialogue. It's easy because they're shorter lines, right? Just kind of a little back and forth. And I can totally help you as we go. It's just supposed to be fun, good practice. Sorry, I'm leaning so far away. It's kind of big belly's getting in the way. All right, so Emma, you're going to be Véronique, and then Yana, you're going to be Delphine. Okay? So I'll give you guys permission. I'm going to read the first paragraph, and then you guys can read the dialogue. Ready? Un choix difficile. Dans un mois, Delphine va aller au mariage de sa cousine. I'm sorry, guys, I forgot to say. Follow along if you can. I encourage you should follow along. But if you can, try to listen just to the French and see how well you can understand, because that's definitely the hardest to do and the best practice. Okay, I'm going to start over. Dans un mois, Delphine va aller au mariage de sa cousine. Elle va acheter une nouvelle robe pour cette occasion. Pour cela, because of this, elle va dans un magasin de vêtements avec sa copine Véronique. Il y a beaucoup de jolies robes dans ce magasin. Delphine hésite entre un robe jaune et un robe rouge. Quelle robe est-ce que Delphine va choisir? Ah là là, le choix n'est pas facile. Question 1. Go ahead, Véronique, to begin with.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you can do this. I'll help you if you need it.
Okay, sounds good. Alors, quelle robe est-ce que tu... How do you pronounce that word?
Je choisis.
Choisi.
Then Yana? Yana, are you there?
Wait, am I? Yeah, okay. So then, okay, so, bien, finalmente choisi la robe rouge. Elle est plus jolie que la robe, oh, how do you say that again?
Jaune.
Jaune.
Good. Good job.
C'est vrai. Elle est plus jolie, mais la robe jaune, wait, what was it again?
Yeah, jaune.
Jaune est moins chère et elle est plus grande. Regardez, la robe rouge est trop petite pour toi.
Good.
Non, oh, non, elle ne passe pas trop petite. Bon, écoutez, c'est là.
Good. Good. Good job, guys. Well done. Woohoo. Good job. Little note, when we say the word regarde or écoute, both you said regarder and écouter, but that's only if there was an R on the end or if there's an accent on the E. Because there's no accent and there's no R. It was just regarde, écoute. Okay, you don't have to say it again, but good job. You totally got it. Well done. That was good, you girls. Not easy, and you totally rocked it. All right, let's move on to the scène 2, and we'll have Elizabeth. Let's see who's first in the dialogue. Delphine this time. Okay, Elizabeth, can you be Delphine? And Charlotte, you can be Véronique. I'll say that first sentence. Delphine sort, yes. Delphine sort de la cabine d'essayage. Go for it. Elizabeth, you're up. Uh-oh. Hello, hello, hello. Maybe we should come back to you, Elizabeth. Yeah. Okay. So Dara, do you think you could do Delphine instead? Sure. Thank you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ses bras, la robe bleue est plus petite, mais ce n'est pas un problème. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Pourquoi? Parce que corps. How do you pronounce that?
Maigrir.
Maigrir.
Toi, tais-toi. Be quiet, you. All right. Good job, ladies. Good job. Well done. Okay, let's do the compréhension, tout le monde. Everyone in the chat, let's do le oh, I misspelled awesome. Oh, muse. Okay, so let's do it. And pay close attention because it's getting more intricate now. The compréhension. Numéro 1. Où vont Delphine et Véronique? Où vont Delphine et Véronique? Everyone try to answer. Où vont Véronique et Delphine? The keyword here is où. Where do they go? Où vont? Où vont Delphine et Véronique? And the answer is elles vont dans un magasin de vêtements. They're going into a clothing store. Numéro 2. Qu'est-ce que Delphine va acheter? Qu'est-ce que Delphine va acheter? Qu'est-ce que Delphine va acheter? What does what is she going to buy? And the answer is Delphine va acheter une nouvelle robe. And then numéro 3, pourquoi? Pourquoi? Everyone, take a hand at trying to answer. Pourquoi? Why? Why is she buying a dress? En français? You're correct, though. Good. The answer is good. Why? Why does she buy the dress? And it's elle va acheter. She's going to buy une robe parce qu'elle va aller au mariage de sa cousine because she is going to her cousin's wedding. Okay. Numéro 4. Delphine hésite entre deux robes. De quelle couleur sont-elles? Delphine hésite entre deux robes. De quelle couleur sont-elles? Oh, Rebecca, we're doing the whole thing, both dialogues, as if they're one unit. So the question was, définissez entre deux robes. De quelle couleur sont-elles? Good. That's fine. Take your time. Good. She is hesitating between two dresses. And the question was, what color are the dresses? And the answer is rouge et jaune. Yellow, red and yellow. Numéro 5. Quelle robe est-ce qu'elle choisit? Quelle robe est-ce qu'elle choisit? As long as you get the general idea at this point, Charlotte. Of course, for a test, and eventually you want to spell things properly, but good. Yes. Yes. Quelle robe est-ce qu'elle choisit? Which dress does she choose? And the answer is la robe rouge, the red dress. Numéro 6. Pourquoi est-ce qu'elle préfère la robe rouge? Pourquoi est-ce qu'elle préfère la robe rouge? Pourquoi est-ce qu'elle préfère la robe rouge? Oh, big belly. I know this is harder stuff, but this is kind of where some of the best practice comes from. Well done, Charlotte. Yes, Elizabeth? Good. Excuse me. The question was, why does she prefer the red dress? And the answer is because it is more pretty. Plus joli. Numéro 7. According to Véronique, quel est le problème avec la robe rouge? Selon Véronique, according to Véronique, quel est le problème avec la robe rouge? Quel est le problème avec la robe rouge? Oh, you're close, Elizabeth. I think you're off a question. Yes, Matthew, you're correct. Not quite. Yes, according to Véronique, what is the problem with the red dress? And the problem is la robe rouge est trop petite. The red dress is too small, according to Véronique. All right. And then finally, numéro 8. Qu'est-ce que Delphine doit faire pour porter la robe? Qu'est-ce que Delphine doit faire pour porter la robe? Qu'est-ce que Delphine va faire pour porter la robe? What must Delphine do? Doit faire, must do. Pour porter, to wear la robe. To wear the dress. What does Delphine must do in order to wear the dress? And she must maigrir or lose weight in order to fit it. All right. I feel like as a girl, I've had this very conversation before. Or maybe guys, I don't know, guys tend to wear looser clothes. Anyways, good job, you guys. The dialogue part is actually, it's really quite important. I try to hit it whenever we can, because this is the most like talking in France that we can get pretty much. So I encourage you, whether or not we do it in class, that you use all the resources available to you on the online textbook. There are You can listen to the recording. I think there's sometimes there's little videos, and do it as much as you can without looking at the words as much as you can, so that and really think about what you're doing, or what you're listening to and trying to understand, and that will greatly benefit you. All right, let's move on to some grammar, les verbes. So, as you know, I've taught you the ER verbs, which we kind of reviewed it before, where what we do is we remove the ER and then we add the proper endings, which are es, ons, ez, ent, if you recall that. Okay, and I told you that ER verbs, which they are the most common type of verb endings in French. Now, there are other type of verb endings that I'm starting to teach you now. Woo, we're getting far. So we have IR verbs and RE. This week, we're just going to learn the IR verbs. So the regular endings for IR verbs in the present tense. So specify present tense. Okay, IR verbs is the same thing. We remove the IR and then we add these endings. IS, IS, IT, ISSONS, ISSEZ, ISSENT. Okay? ES, ES, ET, ISSONS, ISSZ, ISSENT. Okay? So I'm not having it be a project this week, but this is certainly something you should be kind of you should have memorized, have it written down, put a little paper on your wall with it. This is one of those, like, you will refer to this a lot. Okay, so French one is weird because a lot of the main most important verbs that we learn are irregular, and you just have to memorize the whole chart, and it's kind of weird. But for the remainder of most of your French, it will be regular verbs, regular ER, regular IR, regular RE. So just remember these. Okay. Here are some common verbs in kind of the theme of our chapter. Choisir, to choose. Finir, to finish. Grossir, to gain weight or get fat. Something I used to help me remember this is, like, in math, when you the number that's like the main number that's at all the things added up before you take away, like, the cost or something, that's called like gross income or something like that. You've heard of that, yeah? Um, you've learned that. I think there's like a few different type of math kind of things where, like, the gross number is the one that's the biggest number before we take away tax, before we take away cost or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about? Kind of. Okay. If that helps you remember. That helps me remember what that grossir means, fat or big, because it's kind of like the biggest untrimmed down kind of version. Okay, anyways, to help you remember. Maigrir, I don't have any clever way to help you remember that, but it means to lose weight or get thin. And then réussir means to succeed. If you say réussir à, I'll write it out. Réussir à, then that means to pass an exam. Like the specific passing a test for school or for your career. Excuse me. Okay. So let's put these to practice. So I have a chart here for you with the IR endings, and our verbs are choisir, finir, grossir, maigrir, and réussir. Okay. So go ahead, levez les mains, s'il vous plaît, and I will assign, you can just translate the following sentences. Xavier numéro 1, Eta numéro 2, Yana numéro 3, Emily numéro 4, Elizabeth numéro 5, Charlotte numéro 6. Vas-y. When, quand. Devoir, masculine, feminine. Masculine. You're correct. Numéro 6. They, boys and girls, finish the homework. Ils finissent. Good. Wait, why do I hear something? Oh, okay, here we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Ils finissent le devoir. Perfect. Okay. Je choisis. I choose the blue dress. Je choisis. Perfect. Le robe. Okay, so actually, yeah. Yeah. You're right. Good fix. And then, okay, so number 1. Right now you say, I choose dress, a blue dress. I choose blue dress. You need to say the blue dress. And then also your adjective needs to match your noun. Robe is féminin. Robe est féminin. Numéro 2. Tu finis la promenade. Parfait. Numéro 3. Elle réussit à l'examen. Parfait. Numéro 5. Oops, 2 people did it. Oh, sorry, I'm going to delete one. I'm not sure. Okay. Vous maigrissez quand vous mangez. And then you have to say une salade or des salades. In English, we can say when you eat salad. In French, you have to say when you eat some salad or a salad or the salad or something like that. So number 5, can you add a une salade or des salades? Numéro 4, nous grossissons quand nous mangions. Good job. Mangions. Okay, close. Number 1. Number 1, so robe is actually féminin. Féminin, so we say la robe. No, don't worry about it. So number 1, la robe, and then bleu has to have an E on the end, right? Because it's the adjective. Do you remember that how adjectives need to show the gender and the noun of the noun? Sorry. Adjectives need to show the gender and the number of the noun they're describing. So right now it's masculine singular. We need to add an E to make it feminine singular, like robe is feminine singular. La robe bleue. Does that make sense now? Can I remember that? Nous mangeons une glace. Good. Except, don't forget that mangeons is the weird one with the exception where we actually keep the E in there. Remember that? I know, so many things to think about, but it's good. It's good. Do you remember that though now? Keeping the E in there? Because it's G-E-R. Awesome. All right. Good job, you guys. That wasn't easy. You did well. Now let's do an exercise on page 279. Question personnelle. Wait, am I off? What's going on? Oh, it's at the top. That's why. Okay. This one, you just simply answer these questions however you want. You can kind of create your own answer. Basically, you're conjugating the verb finir, really. So answer what time does classes finish? You can say what time class finishes for you in your time zone. You could say 3 p.m. and pretend we're in a physical school. What time does the French class end? When does school end this year? You are invited to a restaurant or a movie. Which do you choose to go to? Okay, so you're just practicing these conjugating these verbs again. Emily, and your understanding. Numéro 1. Dara numéro 2, MJ numéro 3, Emma numéro 4. Vas-y. I don't see any writing. Do you guys understand what to do, or is just my computer slowing down? Okay. No, you don't know what to do. Okay. So answer the question. Number 1, the question is, à quelle heure finissent les classes? At what hour or what time do classes finish? So you would say, les classes finissent à 12 heures, or whatever time classes finish for you. Does that make more sense now? Okay, cool. Here we go. Okay. Numéro 4. Tu es invité au restaurant ou au cinéma? Où choisis-tu d'aller? Je choisis. Perfect. Vais au cinéma. So close. So right now, your sentence says, I choose going to the movies. Oh, I guess that makes sense in English. Okay, in French, we have to go back to the, in French, when we have two verbs next to each other that aren't functioning together as like a one unit grammar thing, like going, I choose to go to the movies. Okay, the second one is always in the infinitive. So we want to say, je choisis, and then we didn't even really learn this, but they kind of did it. D'aller, D apostrophe aller. I choose. It's kind of confusing that they put that there because we haven't really learned that necessarily. But it's like, actually, it's too confusing to explain. So just try to just just believe me for now. Sorry. Good. Yes, that's perfect. Choisis d'aller. Parfait. Numéro 1. Tes classes finissent 2 heures. Okay, so number 1, you want to say les classes. Okay, right now you're saying of class. You want to say the classes. I'll get there in a second, MJ. Les classes, just like what time do the classes end? The classes. So it'd be les classes with an S on the end. Les classes with an S on the end. Finissent. And then this isn't quite spelled wrong. And then you have to say à, at, and then 2 o'clock. Okay, numéro 2. À quelle heure finit la classe de français? Le français classe. Okay, in French, the adjectives go after the noun. La classe de français. You can just kind of use what's here in the question. La classe de français. You're thinking in Franglish. La classe de français. Finissent. Good. La classe. This is good that we're doing all these. It's kind of clearing up what's missing. All right. La classe de français finissent. What's the proper ending for the verb finir? Your verb is finir. Finir. And your subject is le classe, or it's actually la classe. So it'd be elle. So we remove the ir in finir and we add the ending it. Good. La classe de français Good. Perfect. Fini à 5h30. Perfect. You got it. Numéro 3. Quand finit l'école cette année? L'école finit au mai. Perfect. Okay, so the correct answer for number 1 should be les classes. And then our verb is finir. Our subject is plural, it's they. So we remove the IR and we add the ending ISSENT. Finis. And then with time we always say à and then des heures. Okay, good job, guys. Let's move on to some adjectives. Any questions about IR verbs and how to conjugate them? We remove the IR, we add those endings. You just need to memorize this chart of endings. And that's regular IR verbs. Okay, let's move on. Les adjectifs. Se rappeler, remember, adjectives must match the gender and number of the noun they describe. So, le stylo is masculine and singular, so our adjective noir needs to be the masculine singular form. La jupe is feminine singular. Noir needs to be the feminine form, which is just an adding an E. Les chapeaux is plural masculine, and so we add just an S to the masculine form. Les chaussures is feminine, plural, so we add an E and an S. Remember all this? Green checks that you remember all this? We actually got to kind of practice it in class earlier today, so that was good. Okay, adjectives must match the noun they describe. It's hard for English speakers because we don't have anything like that. Okay, now there are some irregular adjectives that I'm teaching you now. They are beau, nouveau, and vieux. Now, as you recall, all French adjectives go after the noun, except for do you remember what the exception was called? Had an acronym. Yes, good job. Bangs adjectives. All these adjectives, the only adjectives that go before the noun in French. Okay, and they are, that is beauty, adjectives to do with beauty, adjectives to do with age, number, goodness, like good, bad, and then size. Okay, so anyways, all of that to say, these three verbs, beau, nouveau, and vieux, they fall into the beauty category and the age category. So these go before the noun. Beau means beautiful or good looking. Nouveau means new. Vieux means old. All right, so the things to remember is that they take unusual forms and they come before the noun. So normally our rules are that we just add an E for the feminine, we add an S to the masculine for the plural, we add an E and an S to the feminine plural, okay? These ones are weird. They don't follow the normal rules. And so here I have little charts to help you remember their weirdness. So beau, I just felt like these needed an extra box. Masculine singular form of beau is just beau, okay? Except before a vowel it becomes B-E-L. Belle and belle are pronounced the exact same. So is this belle. But B-E-L tells us that it's masculine singular before a vowel. Feminine singular is belle. So yes, the Disney character Belle is her name means beautiful. The masculine plural form is both an X. Feminine plural is L-L-E-S. Nouveau is the same kind of thing. Nouveau, nouvelle before noun. Nouvelle, nouveau, nouvelle. Vieux, vielle, vielle, vieux, vielle. Memorize these charts. They are important. Let's put it to practice. First, we're on page 279. Mode Boutique is presenting its spring collection, pointing out all the items that you like to a French friend using the appropriate forms of beau. Une chemise, you'd say, regarde la belle chemise. So you just say, look at, regarde, and then la, le, or les, or you could say ce, set, or say, I guess. Um, and then use the verb beau, beau pantalon, or whatever form is proper, right? Okay. Emma numéro 1, Matthew numéro 2, Ethan numéro 3, Elizabeth numéro 4, Xavier numéro 5. Vas-y. Oops. Number 5, Xavier, don't forget to add the S to your, there you go. Perfect. Numéro 5, regarde les belles vestes. Plural feminine, form of beau. Parfait. Numéro 1, regarde la belle robe. Feminine singular form. Parfait. Okay, anyone in the chat, what is the plural form of beau? Actually, never mind. Okay, never mind. Yes, good, fixed. Number 4. Okay, numéro 2. Regarde le nouveau pantalon. Masculine singular form. Oh, except we're doing the verb beau, the adjective beau. But you're not wrong if we were doing nouveau. Okay. Numéro 3. Regarde. Sorry, I just bit. Regarde des beaux gens. Plural, masculine. Good job. Regarde des beaux blousons. Perfect. Good job. Lower your hands, re-raise them. Same exact thing, except this time we're doing the verb or the adjective nouveau. Okay. Lower your hand, re-raise them. Ethan, I think you already went, right? I see your name at the top. Was it the different Ethan? All right. Ethan, numéro 1. Madison, numéro 2. Charlotte, numéro 3. Dara, numéro 4. MJ, numéro 5. Go ahead. Vas-y. Same thing. Regarde le, la, les, ce, cette, ces. Nouveau, nouvelle. Robe, pantalon, jean, blouson. Good. We're running out of time. So just wait with me maybe 2 minutes. Numéro 3. Regarde des nouveaux gens. Masculine and plural. Perfect. Side note, it makes more sense to say, to use, look at the, le, la, les, or look at this, ce, cette, say, more than that makes more sense than to say, look at some pants, like des gens, des blousons. They kind of trick you here by making it really, you don't want to use these ones. God, so we're using the adjective. So number 1 here, we're not using beau, we're using nouveau. Same with you, number 2. We're using the adjective nouveau. Number 3, regarde, c'est good. Regarde les nouveaux blousons. Wrong adjective, but you got the right form. And then actually veste is, good job, féminin. So we would say la belle veste. Okay, we're out of time, so I'm going to skip ahead. I was going to do the same exercise with THU, but you got the right idea and you can totally do it on your own. Last little thing that I will post the the individual video lessons. Please forgive me for everything being so late, but or just kind of yeah, boggled and late. Um, make sure you review this. Okay, so last little thing is quite simple. It's just the notion of expressing um, more than, less than, or as much as. In English, we say more than, less than, as much as, but in French, it's just moins, plus, moins, aussi, whatever the adjectives, and then que. So it's actually kind of more, it's simpler in French than it is in English. So my example here was with expensive. Plus cher que, moins cher que, aussi cher que. More expensive than, less expensive than, as expensive than. Okay, so just make sure you review that, and that's it. I had some conversation, but we don't have time. The dialogue was good use of our time. Devoir, good luck. Please email me, you guys, if you have any questions. I know you this past 2 weeks are kind of squished together, so make sure you communicate with me if you have any confusion. Have a great week, and au revoir.